The first time that I went to church was on a Sunday morning. And from what I'd heard, I figured I'd spend my old time yawning. At 18 years of age or so, I thought I knew it all. My hair was long, my jeans were tight. I loved a knife or buckle fight, providing mates stood left and right, and those we fought were small. But my mates and me, we'd never been, so off to church we filed. We marched inside about 3 abreast, straight down the middle aisle. Some of us were smoking cigs. Ron was sucking candies. We sat in what they called a pew. Then looked around to see just who would come inside. Let me tell you, everyone dressed like dandies. And the row behind was full of dames. You should have seen their looks. And one old dear, she gave me a smile and offered me some books. We opened them, passed them round. You should have seen the words all set out like poetry is. And the words put us in a tiz. And Fred says through his lemon fizz, these books is for the birds. Shh! One old lady says. And the whole place buzzed. He sometimes and says, "Oh, do hush up, you make more noise than us." And we looked around the building then. It really was revealing. Sam says, "Hey mates, I get the score. There ain't no carpets on the floor. See the rafters? They're so poor they can't afford a ceiling. Can't afford electric either, using candles everywhere. Hey, coloured windows like me granny's at the bottom of the stairs." "Shut your face," I says to Sammy. "I'm for listening." So is Ron. And from the left, without a noise, came a line of little boys. And Sam says in a puzzled voice, "Cute, they've all got nighties on." Well, then came men in robes and banners. "Look at that one, must be queer. Then they dare condemn us for the way we choose our gear." And then there's a minister, whose job's to preach. A minister, what's his name? Those real long prayers and what he preaches sounds just about the same. I came to church to listen. Close. But I can't dig the chat. It's like shifting, sinking sounds. And words like judgment or reprimand. Well, me and me mates don't understand a language quite like that. I'm used to talking with me mates in words that have a meaning. But that there church was just about the weirdest place I've been in. If people like that kind of stuff, well, let them, that's okay. But let me tell you what I feel. I feel we need someone who'll deal in words and thoughts and things that's real. I'd listen to what he'd say. Me mum once said, "Son, Jesus came to help young men like you." But Jesus came so long ago, Mum. I don't think it's true. But is there someone here who can explain to me right now, is Christ a myth, a madman's whim? Some say that Christ can cure our sin. Is there a way to contact him? Or will I die not knowing how? Listen, I only came to church to see if they could offer out, but everything that happened there was way outside my scope. Like afterwards, outside, there was a beggar on the grass. He held his hand out to the people. And they'd smile, then they'd pass. I'm sure he reached for something real. or something more than cash. He begged them for a little cheer, and they all pretended not to hear. I get the message, loud and clear. Church is middle class.